Hi everyone, this is your Babji Ram. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the second technique from the loops that is comes under for loop. Okay, so what is for loop? For loop is entry control looping technique. Entry control looping technique. So what is entry control looping technique? First condition is verified, then body is executed. Condition verified, and after that body is executed as per the while loop. Okay, so the major advantage of the for loop is initialization, condition and modification all are defining in the one place. That is the main advantage. Because of this advantage, we can reduce number of steps of program, as well as we are going to improve the efficiency. And this for loop is most efficient loop in the C language. Not only C language, any programming language, it is more efficient. You can take the while loop. In the while loop, we are taking initialization one place, condition is one place, modification is one place. There is a step-by-step process. Okay, so for example, you could take a bank. Earlier, you want to deposit like 10,000 rupees. You had to go to the bank and you had to give the passbook to the clerk and he will give the token. Then you had to deposit money with the cash counter. Then your passbook will be updated in after some time with some other clerk. So there is a step-by-step process earlier. So in the similar manner, in while loop is also initialization, condition, modification, like that step-by-step process. Okay, here also step-by-step process, but all the things in one place. See, like deposit machine. So in the deposit machine, what you have to do? Just you have to put money into the machine. Put your ATM card in the machine, put money into the machine, automatically it will be take, and everything is one place. The syntax of the for loop as follows. And this keyword is associated with initialization followed by semicolon, then we had to define condition, again we had to define semicolon, then modification. So this is the basic syntax, there is no semicolon, followed by one statement or group of statements defining in flower braces like this. Okay, so this is comes under body of for loop. Okay, so you can clearly observe that first initialization, this is the step 1, and after initialization there is a condition, this is the step 2. Initialization only one time. Next condition, once this condition is true, then enter into the body. Okay, once body is executed, then there is a modification. Modification means either increment or decrement. After modification of value, again condition is verified. This is called as loop. And after that, again, if given condition is true, then body is executed again. Then modification. So next comes under modification. So this process is repeating, that is comes under loop. So once given condition is false, then exit from the loop. Once given condition is false, then exit from the loop. So this is the basic working of for loop. Okay, finally what I am saying to you, initialization is only one time, condition is executed more than one time, modification takes more than one time, and if you define only one statement, not required this two. Okay, if you define multiple statements, you needed flower braces. Okay, so this is the working flow of for loop, right? Let us take example of for loop as follows. Example. So the example is like we can take int I value, and there is a for loop for I equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. Okay, followed by I want to define only one statement. For one statement not required any kind of flower braces. Printf followed by double quotations %d because of integer and I value. Okay, so what is expected output? See, in this example, initially I value is 0. Okay, so this is the step 1. Then step 2, 0 less than equal to 10, 0 less than equal to 10. So given condition is true or false? True. Then first time 0 is printed. Okay, and after that this 0 becomes 1. So first loop is completed. Then second time I value is the 1 less than equal to 10. Then 1 is printed. Okay, so and after that this 1 becomes 2. Okay, so this is the way all loops, all statements will be executed until if I value is 10, 10 less than 10, given condition is true or false? It is false. So exit from the loop. So what is the expected output in this program? The output of this program is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this is the output of this example, right? You can try in the decoder. Okay, so this is the basic example of for loop. Okay, so this expression executes once when loop is started. Okay, so this is the text expression, and for every loop, for every iteration, this condition is evaluated. If given condition is false, then this expression will be executed, right? So this is the information about the for loop. Let us see some more examples. Take one more example. So in this example you can observe that main is the function and int I value initially 1, this is the initialization, and 1 less than equal to 100. Okay, and first time hello is printed. Okay, first time hello is printed, and after that I value is incremented by 2, 2 less than equal to 100, 2 is hello is printed second time. There is a space expected because \t hello. So like that 3 less than equal to 100. So like that this process is continued until 100 less than equal to 100. So this hello is printed 100 times, right? Okay, so once I value is 101, loop will be terminates. Okay, you can clearly observe that this hello is printed how many times? 100 times. Okay, so this is the one more example. Okay, so this double quotation is not expected in the output. This hello is printed like this 100 times. You can try in the decoder or turbo C++ or code blocks. Okay, so decoder editor, turbo C++ editor, or code blocks. Okay, you can try in the program. If you have any questions, please mention in the comment box. Let us take one more example. I want to print even numbers from 1 to 100. How to print? So the output should be like this: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and so on up to 9800. So this is the expected output of this program. Okay, what is the logic of this program? Very simple. The logic is, for example, we can take it as 4. Input is 4 divisible by 2, then 2 2s are 4 and remainder is 0. So once the remainder is 0, then we can expect it this is the even number. Similarly, we can take some 52. 52 means divisible by 2. So that is nothing but 26. 26, 52 and 0. Once the remainder is 0, we can say that it is a even number. So in the similar manner, we are taking I value is the 1 less than equal to 100 and I divisible by 2. That means I divisible by 2 and this is comes under remainder of given number. So double equal to means comparison. For example, 2 mod 2, which is double equal to 0 or not? Yes. Okay, so it is a 0 and 0. Then 2 will be printed. 2 will be printed. Similarly, we can take it as 3. 3 mod 2 double equal to 0. Then that is nothing but 1. 1 double equal to 0. False. It is not printed. We can take it as 4. 4 mod 4 double equal to 0. 0 double equal to 0. So that means whenever it is an even number, then only this I is executed. So we can expect this output. Similarly, you can try odd numbers. So for odd numbers, what we have to do? Just in place of 0, just we are writing 1. That's it. Okay, so this is one more example of the for loop. See, once you go for the one more example for multiplication table, so this is the multiplication table of given number. For example, if you give 5, you can expect it 5th multiplication number. If you give 10 multiplication number, like that. As per your input, you can expect the result. So printf enter the value, read n value maybe 5 or 10, whatever. Okay, and after that, so we are taking I values 1 to 20. That means from starting 1 to 20, value will be counts. Okay, so this percentile 3D means there is a space in the output. Okay, so the format will be like this: 5 star 1 equal to 5, 5 star 2 equal to 10. So like that, 5 star 20 equal to 100. So in this manner, we can expect the output, right? So you have to do this program. The logic is very simple. Given value is nothing but what? N. So n is multiplied with the I. So this is the result. Result is n into I. This is our main logic of the program, n into I. So given value multiplied with 1, 2, 3, 4, so and so on, 20, right? So this is the way we can understand understand with the for loop. Okay, so I hope you understand what is the for loop and what is the syntax of the for loop and examples of the for loop. If you have any questions, please comment in the comment box. Okay, so please try some more programs with the help of for loop, right? Thank you for watching this video. Like this video and share to your friend, guys. Bye.